everyone, welcome back to the session of English. Now in this session we are going to continue with our topic one word substitution. This is part 5. Till part 4 we have already done in our earlier session. This is a major part of vocabulary. Vocabulary refers to word power. In the earlier session we learnt phobias or phobia related one word substitutions. In this session we are going to discuss one word substitutions related to study. Now, in this session, we will discuss definition of study, concept of study, and one word substitution or words related to study. So, let's begin the session. Study refers to the process of acquiring knowledge, information, or skills through reading, research, practice, or formal education. It involves focused and systematic efforts to gain a deeper understanding of a particular subject, issue, or phenomenon. This might involve research, experiments, surveys, or data collection to explore and understand a specific area of knowledge. For example, if I say that study of stars. Now, basically, we do not study stars as a subject in our class, but maybe there are some scientists, there may be some people who does the study of stars. Maybe there are many astronomers, and what they do, they just research about stars. They just read the stars, they just research about the stars. It doesn't mean that they go to stars and study for them. No, that means just they study about the planets, that they study about the things in space, that they study about each and everything that is related to space. They research on it, they explore the things and various things. So this is known as how to study about anything. And that study is known as something, or it is known by some name. So those names of study we are going to discuss in this session. So let's begin. First is the study of handwriting. Now, a person who reads handwriting or who does the study of handwriting, generally it is involved in investigation of something or anything, or you can say any writing which we find anywhere, any letter, whether it is matching with the person's handwriting or not. So there are various kinds of study, and the study of handwriting, this is known as graphology. So handwriting, basically writing refers to grapho, or when we join it with a study, now there is a word that is logy, and logy is the root word for study. So whenever we find a word logy behind any word, that means it is study of something. So if I am saying that graphology, so this is the study of handwriting, and this logy is a root word for the word study. So logy is just a root word for study, and handwriting is a graph. So graphology is the study of handwriting. Then we have the study of making maps. Now one who draws maps is known as cartographer, and who studies the making of maps, or who studies the maps, one who studies the maps. So that person is known as cartographer, and the person is cartographer, and the study is known as cartography. So the study of making maps is known as cartography. So whenever we have a word related to study, it can either use a suffix that is logy or graphy. So both of these can be the suffix of a word that relates to study of something. Now we have a study of languages. So study of languages is known as philology. Then the study of human mind. This is known as a psychology. Now you must have heard about this subject as well. So psychology is just basically related to the study of human mind. Whatever the steps a human take, whatever in which manner a human works, his mind works, that is all about the study of psychology. So psychology depicts everything about the knowledge of human mind and his actions, what he's going to do, what he does, in what condition. So that is all we can study in psychology. Now, this is beginning with P, yet it is pronounced as psychology. P is silent in this term. Now, let us move to the next one. The study of election trends. So, whatever the election trends are there, how are the elections taking place, who is getting the maximum votes, who is getting the minimum votes, and that is all. So the study of election trends, this is known as psephology. Again, P is silent and this is pronounced as psephology. Then a study of religion. So this religious study is known as theology. Now there is one more word, that is mythology. Mythology is related to the stories covered in the past or in the religious matters, so that is known as mythology. The other word is theology, that is the study of religion. Then study of flying aeroplanes. As I told you in our earlier session as well, we have learned a word aerophobia, so that is related to aviophobia, that is aviation, and I told you the term aviation. So aviation is basically the study of flying aeroplanes. You must have heard about many aviation companies, many aviation institutes. So this is one of them, the study of flying aeroplanes. This is known as aviation. Now aviation does not only involve the study of which a pilot does, but also the it is related to the course for the air hostess, for any person who works in an airport or related to the aeroplanes. The study of celestial bodies. Now celestial bodies means heavenly bodies or entities or the things related to sky or space. Now this is known as astronomy. So one who studies about stars, one who studies about planets and the things in space, that is also known as, that study is also known as astronomy, and a person who studies all of these, that is known as astronomer. So the person is astronomer, whereas the study of such things is known as astronomy. Now there is one more term, that is astrology. Now astrology is related to a study of stars with human beings, or the relation of stars with human beings that predicts something, that makes a prophecy, that is known as astrology. Now let us move to the next one. The subjects and content taught in an educational program. Now this is known as curriculum. So this is a term you must have heard many times in schools, that is the subjects and content taught in an educational program. Now this is known as curriculum. The study of living things. This is generally known as biology. In fact, this is obviously biology. The study of science of insects. That is known as entomology. Now I told you earlier as well that entomophobia is the fear of insects. Now if we have to learn the study or science of insects, that is entomology. So in case of phobia, what we did, we just add phobia as suffix, whereas in case of study, what we do, we just add logy as the suffix. The study of fungi or fungi, we call it any with any of the pronunciation, this is known as mycology. Now there is one more thing, if we say the study of algae, so this is known as phycology or phycology. Then study of tissue, this is known as histology. So this is known as histology. And if I say study of bacteria, that is called bacteriology. So there are various terms for bacteriology. So there are many more terms. It doesn't mean that it is not that we have learned is sufficient. There can be various studies of various things, and whichever will be asked to you, no one knows. So we must learn all these terms, and we must just try to learn as many words as we can. So bacteriology. So there are many more just such terms. Now let us move to the next one. The study of teaching methods. You must have heard this word many times, that is known as pedagogy. So pedagogy is a subject which tells us how we teach a subject. For example, there are different pedagogy of different subjects. For example, for mathematics we have different pedagogy, for English we have different pedagogy that only tells us, or that only teaches us, how should we teach the subjects. So that is known as pedagogy. Then the study of soil. So the study of soil is known as pedology. The study of earthquake. So you must have heard this word, that is seismograph. So that is a machine which is, or that is an instrument which is used to measure the magnitude of earthquake. Now from that word we can get a word, that is seismo. So seismology is the study of earthquakes, that is known as seismology. The study or collection of coins and currency. Now this is known as numismatics. Now if I say what does a collection of coin called, that is known as numismatics. Also the study of coins is also known as numismatics. Now a person who does such thing, that is known as numismatist. So only the suffix part differs, otherwise the word is same, the root word is actually same, that is numis. So because this numis refers to money or coins or currency. Now let us move to the next one. The study of reptiles and amphibians. Now this is known as herpetology. So this is herpetology, used for reptiles and amphibians. Now the study of earth, it is known as geology, because for earth we use the term geo. So geology is the study of the earth. The study of wine and winemaking. So this is known as oenology. The detailed examination or study of something. For example, whenever we do a detailed analysis of something, detailed examination of something, detailed investigation of something, or we just research on something in detail, or we just study about it in detail, that is known as analysis. For example, we do the analysis of exams. So analysis means to get a detailed information about something. Now let us move to the next one. The study of birds. As I have told you in earlier session as well, that a word related to birds, the root word for birds is ornitho. Now if the root word is ornith, so if I study birds, it will be ornithology. And if I just fear of birds, if I'm having the fear of birds, that will be known as ornithophobia. So the root word is ornitho. So if you have learned this term, you can mark various answers of one word substitution. So ornithology is the study of birds. Ornithophobia is the phobia of or fear of birds. And there are various other terms as well which is related to ornitho. Now let us move to the next one. A formal test of knowledge or proficiency in a subject. This is known as examination. Of course, whenever we are in a school or when we are anywhere, suppose in competition also you are taking examination. So examination is just a proficiency test of a subject, or your formal test of knowledge that you have acquired from a subject. Well, when we acquire knowledge about something, when we acquire something, that is known as that we are learning something. So this is known as learning. Well, whenever we are getting social, this is known as sociology. So the study of society, human behavior and social interactions, this is known as sociology. Now let us move further. The practice of compiling dictionaries. Now one who compiles dictionaries is a person, but the practice of doing this, the study of doing this is known as lexicography, because lexico related to words, and words we can find in dictionary. The study of secure communication techniques. This is known as cryptography. So cryptography is the study of secure communication techniques. An outline of topics to be covered in a course of study. So whenever we are going to take any exam, we just go through the syllabus of it. That is the outline of topics to be covered in a course of examination or a study, that is known as syllabus. The ability to read and write, or knowledge and competence in a specific field, this is known as literacy. So if you are a literate, it means you are educated. And if you are illiterate, that means you're not educated at all. So one who is literate is educated person. So your ability decides that whether you are literate or illiterate. So the ability to read and write, or knowledge and competence in a specific field, this term is known as literacy, or this refers to literacy. Now let us move further. The systematic study of cultures and societies. This is known as ethnography. So this is ethnography. Now here we are not talking about being social. It is cultures and societies. This is known as, now in cultures we wear ethnic. So ethnic is related to culture. So this ethnography is related to cultures. You can learn this word with ethnic. The study of cells, this is known as cytology. The study of ancient writing and scriptures, this is known as paleography. Now whenever we study about good handwriting, that is known as calligraphy, or our ability to write good handwriting. So that is known as calligraphy. But if we just study ancient handwriting or scriptures, or ancient writing or scriptures, not handwriting, but ancient writing or scriptures, that is known as paleography. And study of handwriting is known as graphology. So there are various types of studies that we do in case of writing. Long research paper, now this is known as thesis. Now let us move further. The study of rocks and soil, this is known as geology, because geo is related to earth, and the study of earth is known as geology. So again, rocks and soil, this is also known as this is also known as geology. The study of sound and sound waves, this is known as acoustics. The study of evolution of mankind. So for mankind, we use a root word that is anthropos. And as we use anthropos, so we can just add logy to it and it will become anthropology. So we'll have to remove this s and it will be anthropology. Mapping of earth and its formation, this is known as geography. Printing using a stone or a metal plate with a completely smooth surface, this is known as lithography. Art related to ornate means decorating. Good handwriting. So as I told you before as well, that the art of writing, or you can say the study of good handwriting, that is known as calligraphy. Scientific study of bodily diseases, this is known as pathology. You must have heard this word many times whenever you have to have a blood test or any other test. So you just go to a path lab. So that study about your bodily diseases, the scientific study of it is known as pathology. The study of hereditary, genes and variation in living organisms, this is known as genetics. Now let us move further. It is influence of planets and stars on human events. As I told you earlier as well, now this is known as astrology, what astrologers do. So they just decide, or they just make prophecy, they just predict that what is going to be happen in your future, and what your planets or stars say about you. Now the study of the law of the flow of water and other liquids. Now this is known as hydraulics. So hydra is related to water, and hydraulics is the study of law of flow of water and other liquids. The study of various aspects of aging. So this is known as gerontology. The science of time order, this is known as chronology. The study of numbers, quantities, shapes and patterns. Now we all find these things in mathematics. The study of matter, energy and the fundamental forces of the universe. Now we find such things in the subject physics. The study of politics, government systems and political behavior. This is known as political science. Then we have scientific study of language, including its structure, meaning and evolution. So earlier we just read the study of language. Now in this, it is a scientific study of language, including its structure, meaning and evolution. Now this is known as linguistics. So this is different from that we have already read earlier. Now let us move further. The study of relation between the organism and their environment. This is known as ecology. Now you must have heard a word EVS. So in environmental studies, we just learned a word that is ecology. So ecology is the study of relation between organism and their environment. So that is known as ecology. As you must have heard a word ecosystem. So ecosystem is also related to such terms. So with this term, you can easily learn ecology. The study of cancer. Now this is known as oncology. So this is oncology. The study of eyes or eyes related diseases or eye related problems, that is known as ophthalmology. Now I told you earlier as well that the phobia of being seen in public, that is known as ophthalmophobia. So ophthalmo is a root word for eye. So the study of eyes is known as ophthalmology. Then the study of women related medical and reproductive issues, this is known as gynecology. Now one more spelling is there, that is gynecology, or it is gynology. It is gynology. So both the terms can be used for this, that is gynecology or gynology. So both the words are suitable. Now let us move to the next one. Statistical study of human population. This is known as demography. Now demo refers to population and demography refers to study of human population. Then the study of skin. So the root word for skin is dermatology. Derma, and dermatology is the study of skin. So that is dermatology. The medical study of the endocrine system, hormones and related diseases. Now this is because endocrine word is used over here, so it is endocrinology. The study of human history and prehistory through the excavation of sites, this is known as archaeology. So what archaeologists do, they research about the old things or the human history or the prehistory through the excavation of sites or through some different things that they get from past. So that is known as archaeology. Now let us move further. The study of the forces acting on mechanisms. This is known as kinetics. The study of museums. Now this is known as museology. The study of future trends. This is known as futurology, or we call it prediction as well. The study of people's efficiency in their working environment. This is known as ergonomics. So this is ergonomics, the study of people's efficiency in their working environment. So this is known as ergonomics. Now let us move to the next one. The study of heart diseases and circulatory system. So this diseases related to heart. This is because for heart we use a word cardiac and a term is used for this, that is cardiology. So cardiology is the correct answer. The study of brain structure, treatment of nervous system, etc. This is known as neurology, because neuro is related to brain and all the nerves are there in the brain, all the veins and nerves. So neurology is actually the study of brain structure, treatment of nervous system. So with this word nervous, we can learn neurology very easily. So these are some one-word substitutions related to study, and there are many more such words which are related to study, which you can learn as many as you can learn. So I hope you understood all of these. Thank you very much.